So let's go take a look at Circle. We still have a couple more hours. Stock is today down 15%, 180. So just for the context, from IPO price of like 67, it went up to $300 in about 2 weeks. And I made, okay, so this is the fourth video I'm making. So first, squeeze mode, 300, 133. And if you just take a look at this squeeze mode, like very first video that I made about this one, this stock was trading at around these like $190, $200 levels, and I was talking about this potential of this stock going higher to 60, to 70, maybe to 50, and then flushing down. But it didn't flush down. It's more of like a stair step down, where people thinking that it is a dip, but dip getting deeper and deeper. And I talked about, if you watch that video, I was talking about that many people will chase it here at its top at 240, 250, 260, and as it starts pulling back, as it starts calming down, people will realize 10, 15, 20% loss in a very, very short period of time. So now, well, earlier I was talking about somewhere around here that, okay, so this could be near the top, somewhere around here. When did we talk about this one? The day before yesterday, where I was saying that it could go fill the gaps that it created at lower levels. And I was talking about 133 first, and that's why I made that basically the thumbnail on my previous video, where we do have a gap right here. We did fill this gap for sure. We do have a gap right here at 83. And I was tweeting earlier too, when I essentially saying that below 200 it goes to 165, which is the breakout area. So this is the area I'm watching as a potential support area, because this 165 was a resistance for a couple of days and then it broke it. So now I'm watching that level as a support, and I tweeted about this one too. So if it slips below 200, I'm gonna be watching 165. Today I flipped some contracts myself, but yeah, that's not, I didn't hold it as long as I wish I could have, because this 177 that I was holding earlier in the morning, so got in like around like 20 cents, got out around like $1, 500%. I love it. But this stock, this contract went up almost like tenfold, 10x. But these were 0 day to expire. So for those people who don't understand, like, how can I lose money if I buy in the money options? Well, even if you buy in the money options, it can be outside of the money when you see these kinds of moves. This stock is still volatile. Like today's move, like 16% down, it's misleading because it was gapping up. So the actual move from top to bottom, it's 20% so far, and market is still open. So this is volatile stock, and you have to treat it as a volatile stock. So it's not like these pullbacks, like a lot of people were arguing about this rally, where my take is every time you see a stock squeeze, these buyers are forced buyers. Anytime a day trader comes in and shorts a stock and stock pushes higher, he will be losing money. He has to buy it at a higher price. So the reason why it kept going higher, and anytime you see a stock go higher because of the squeeze, it doesn't mean that people are willing to pay that price. It's just they got forced to pay that price. Why would one own IPO that went up almost 400+% at that 400% mark? Why would they own it? It's just a forced buyer. So I don't know why. It doesn't make sense for some people, but if you don't understand it, you can do a little bit of a digging yourself. And I'm not telling anybody to buy the stock. I'm not telling anybody to sell the stock. I'm just sharing what I might be doing in the Discord for free or somewhere here, and even sharing for YouTube members, where I was posting how people were taking profits, and posted this chart where I was saying that, People are selling it, they're taking the profit. When you see these kind of clusters and stock goes below these clusters become very strong resistance levels for weeks and months ahead. So again, let's see what happens. But if it's a stage step down, sure, no problem. But below, 165, that's my first target. Then 133, below 133, I'll be watching all the way to 83 gap get filled. I have no idea where it's going to trade in the next 6 months, in the next year. But if it goes down, let's say to these 100, low 100, maybe even back to IPO prices, I would rather own it there. Why would I have to hold it at 180 or 200? Why would I have to hold it at 250 knowing that the stock ultra short term topped out, ultra short term, and it's in downtrend? Sure, it can chop around. Yeah, it can trap more people. It can trap more shorts. Just like yesterday, right? A lot of people off this $200 level, a lot of people thought that it would have cracked, and I had a spread that I sold out, and it just went up. Pretty big, actually. This move, I'm not saying that this move was small move. It went up like 17% in a day, but that's the range of this stock. So it can happen here as well. It can certainly go right back to $200 or 210 and then trap more people and then come right back down. So it's just the definition of a volatility. Stock has, what's the average true range for this stock? So it's daily range of the stock, $34. That's the average true range. Average true range is equal to, essentially, that's your volatility. Another way of saying it. So this is just the range stock has any particular day, or it had for the last like 14 days. That's my settings. This is based on 14 days of a price action. So it's just average of all that calculated daily moves, swings up or down. So, and it's pretty much down that much. So nothing unusual. The fact that it's coming down, well, it can go up this much too. So it's just the stock's range, $15, $16. This is just too much for a lot of people. This is just too much of a volatility, especially for anxious people. Like, I'm pretty anxious, and if I held, let's say, a position that is swinging 10, 15% every single day against me, I would be shaken out. If it's in my favor going up 15%, sure, I'll have more confidence to hold it. But if it's going against me, I'm losing money. It will get to me and I will just take a loss. So this is just not for me, like, to cope with such things. So if it's you, well, all the best. But I'm watching this name slowly to the downside, and I don't think that this is a $40 billion company yet. We have to see what they report. Again, this is not a buy or sell recommendation. I don't have any position at the moment. I just traded it earlier in the morning in and out. So just watching it from here to see what it does. But that's the video. See you next week. Next week is going to be short week, 4th of July. So you got to be careful with the contracts. So if you think that July 3rd contracts may look cheap to you, but it's not. It's just 1 day short week. So usually volume goes down as well during that week. So it can definitely chop around. So, but that's my take for CRCL stock. See you in the next update. Take care. Peace.